had many transformative experiences in my life, and especially working in international development, but there's one experience that always sticks with me. And that's when I was working in Lagos, Nigeria, one of the first places that I worked overseas. And Lagos is a very challenging environment to work in. There's a lot of health issues, there's a lot of poverty, overpopulation. And I was working with a US government-funded project that was trying to provide good quality health services to families. I met a young woman named Elizabeth who was 26 years old and already had 9 children. And unfortunately, she had been forced into the sex industry by her father to provide income for him and for his family. And of her 9 children, there was a good chance that some of them would not survive given the circumstances in which they were living. And this was true of many families, unfortunately, in Lagos. And so she really needed access to good health services for herself and for her children in order to increase their chances of just surviving past the age of 5. And so we found a local clinic that we were going to work with, and it seemed like there was a really good positive opportunity to help this clinic to provide and expand their services to families in the region. But then we realized that this young woman, Elizabeth, and other women who were working in the sex industry could not access these health services because of a U.S. policy at that time that U.S. money for international development could not be used to assist those in the sex industry. Why were U.S. politics deciding the fate of this woman and the fate of her children? After meeting Elizabeth, and many women like Elizabeth, has really defined my perspective on what works in global development. And that's what's brought me to the Foundation for Sustainable Development, our bottom-up approach, where we're listening to communities, we're listening to families, we're listening to people like Elizabeth, whose choices are going to mean the difference between life and death for themselves and for their children. We don't have all the answers here. They have the answers. They know what's going to lead them to food security, to economic security, and to opportunities for their families. That's what I love about FSD. And I'd like to invite you to share your defining moment and what you want for your family in 2012 by visiting the FSD website and posting on our wall. Thank you so much for your support of the Foundation for Sustainable Development, and I wish the best for you and your family in the coming year.